This is your weekly go-to award-winning car talk show in real time. Coming up, we talk with Top Fuel Harley pilot Janette Thornley, who gives us the latest on NHRA drag racing and a look at trailering that drag bike beast as we continue our discussion of car, bike, and toy trailering. And we're going to chat with Randy Borcherding at Paint House on how he gets those million-dollar rides trailered without damage. We'll explain that and more. We also have our Ram Tracks feature, an inside look into the Ram Nation, and the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars down there. King Conrad here, Don Armstrong here. Glad you could join us today. We've been talking about trailering. We got an overview at our last 30 minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit more about trailering. Is Janette ready? She is. Okay. Let's talk to Janette Thornley. Janette, it's so great to see you. How have you been?
You can see me? No.
Yeah, well, we can see you.
We can see you, and we're working on getting your picture up full, but we can hear you just fine. So we're glad that you could join us today, and thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to join us. So have you been drag racing at all this year yet?
We were able to get out for 2 events early in the year, but it obviously came to a quick close in March.
In March, yeah. Well, it's been really tough on all sporting events, and particularly drag racing, I think, has really hurt a lot. And I know that they're still trying to iron things out. I know that last week, I believe it was, that they had announced another revised schedule, putting the Houston race back into October now. Originally, when they rescheduled it, they went from April to June, and I just knew that wasn't going to work. So we'll see if that all plays out. So when is your next race?
So the current schedule that was announced early May did not include the Mickey Thompson Top Fuel Harley revised schedule. That along with the Pro Mods and a few other classes. So I honestly don't know the exact plan for that. I'm guessing once they really finalize what Mellow Yellow Series is going to look like, getting the Top Fuel cars and funny cars in place and at location, then they'll put us out there.
Well, let's hope so.
When they can.
Because I have to tell you that nothing to do against pro stock motorcycles, but I just find the Top Fuel Harley bikes
much more exciting.
Much more exciting because we're talking about 1 million horsepower on 2 wheels with a great big slick on the back of it, doing a jillion miles an hour. I find it a little bit more exciting. That's not a put down of pro stock. Everybody's got a time and a place, but I do like your division. So let's talk about your trailer that you haul your Top Fuel bike in, because we're kind of focusing in on trailers today. And I know that on the professional side of things, they're a little bit different than your regular car hauler for a Saturday night, aren't they?
Yeah, and everybody has their choice of how they want to travel, what level of comfort. We have been fortunate enough to land ourselves just recently, actually, as we planned for the Top Fuel class, a stacker trailer. It's made by Lee Trailers, and previously owned by Junior Pippin, if you're familiar with that.
Sure, yes, of course, yes,
Yes. So, Chip Ellis lives here in North Carolina, not far from us, and we happened to stumble across it last year. But we're fortunate enough to have to acquire this last year. It's a stacker trailer, and a lot of people say, "What do you need? All that room for this one motorcycle?" And it is a luxury. Again, we're very fortunate, but if the weather doesn't cooperate and we need to do some repairs, we can jack in the trailer, lift it up and do the repairs we need, whether it's too hot or too cold, wet. So we're very fortunate, with that.
Well, Yes, and
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that, so what she's referring to is that most professional drag racing trailers have an awning come off the side, and they do all that work outside, where she's saying that they are fortunate enough that they can work on this bike inside the trailer itself, where you couldn't do that in most professional classes of racing. And you're talking about cars. And so, yeah, and a stacker trailer, meaning that you've got 2 levels inside the trailer, correct?
That is correct. So again, stepping into the NHRA, platform, there in versus, when our class was, one of the premier classes at the other sanctions we ran. So we take our golf cart. We also take our pit bike, which is what I get towed with. So there's more things that we'll need, at the racetrack to find it accommodating. So
you just basically got to take your whole shop with you, because if anything happens or you need anything, you just got to have it there.
That's ideal. Again, we've been very fortunate. We know folks that, race out of a van still or a smaller trailer. And, God bless them. I just know that, my husband is that person. He likes his creature comforts. And when he's comfortable,
Mama's comfortable. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it does help with the mental side of things, staying, when it gets blistering hot and we can go in an air conditioned, trailer, it does enhance our overall, I think it enhances our overall outcome.
Well, and you spend so much time at the track and you're working so hard when you're there, it sure is nice to have all the convenience of home on wheels while you're there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes.
dreamchaserracing.com.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's where we can find all about you. Actually went there and saw your nice website yesterday, and really appreciate catching up with you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and we're looking forward to some kind of schedule this year where you can get out there, and hopefully we'll see you either here in Houston or in Dallas in the fall.
Right on. I know they had us on the Dallas schedule originally when the, that revised
Yes.
schedule came out in June, the first one. So, God willing, we'll be there. And thanks again for having us on the show.
Janette, it's great to talk to you. Have a great weekend. Thanks again, and enjoy your time up there in the Carolinas.
All right. Take care, fellas.
You do the
Thank
same.
you.
All right. That's dreamchaserracing.com.